right. Well, hello and welcome to Roland's Reviews. We are back at it again. All right. As you enter the chat room, do me one small favor, please, ma'ams and sirs. Hit the all right, here we go. Hit the like button for me, please. It is, of course, greatly appreciated. All right, Tijuana Border Jumper is not wasting any time. Jasmine Crocke, full of Tijuana Border Jumper. Thank you for the super chat. He is starting off the Sunday right. He is calling it as he sees it. Um, I told you I will be talking about her an awful lot because we have definitely got to continue to get the word out so that people know exactly um, who she is, what she represents. How you doing, Fridge Reaper? As you enter the chat room, do me one small favor, folks. Please hit that little thumb. I promise it won't cost you anything. And I am so encouraged as I continue to um, view several videos across YouTube, other forms of social media. I'm telling you, people are waking up, and she's not as popular as you think. Um, all right, here we go. Tijuana, I just sent you some hearts in the comment section, love. Thank you so much for your support. Um, I will do the her and the gruesome Newscomb are exactly the same person. Tijuana, truth bomb. When you see they are all about the Democratic agenda, irregardless of the fact that nothing is for Americans. So this is my commentary. You know, I'll give you my review. Every time there's a blade of grass that moves in reference to Jasmine Crockett, anything that I get, I will share with you. I will not stop. I think someone said in the stream on Friday night, I will try to reach out to what's his name, Sheldon Daniels. I'll see if I can. Someone said I should try to get him on the show. I will reach out. So we'll see how that goes. Newsom is a snake, Mayor. Yes. All right. He most assuredly is. All right. Connie is here. How are you doing? Chubbs, glad you could make it, dear. Tina is here. All right. Mayor, Tijuana Border Jumper, of course. Fairly Long. How are you doing? And of course, Fridge Reaver. I was on before stream started and still my like was number 12. Good. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of your likes, all of your comments, your shares, everything to help grow the channel. Linda, how are you doing, dear? And so we've been talking about um, Jasmine Crockett. I told you with her, it's simply political theater. She's doing nothing for the people, her constituents who actually voted for her, right? All she's concerned with is the Democratic agenda. We know what that is, the unaliving of children in the womb under the guise of women's health care. Also, of course, illegal immigration. Now, she's a whole sitting congresswoman, and she said it's not illegal. So, where do you go from that? So, her lies, her deception. But I have an excellent video. I just a new content creator that I just found. So, people aren't on her side as much as you think, and I'm encouraged every day. Yes, Tina, and we need to get the word out so that more people in her district can just vote her out. The Democrats have not learned from their shellacking in the 2024 election, and it appears to me that um, the 2026 midterms, it appears to me that they're going to have the same results. They are still pushing this illegal immigration. So, all of you, if I have anyone here, and I know last stream I did, who is in Jasmine Crockett's district, Share this information with them, even if it's not my video. There's several other content creators talking about this. Let them know that you shouldn't. Why are you voting for someone who does nothing for you? That is definitely working against yourself. She's there as a puppet, as a plant, part of the Black Bole, to bring Black Americans back onto the Democratic plantation, because many have escaped, thank goodness. And thank God for illegal immigration waking people up. The Democrats, if you look at all these large liberal cities, every time the money is needed for some type of project, any type of project, you name it. What are they told? Well, we don't have money, but you found billions of dollars for non-American citizens. So you've heard the old people say people do what they want to do. So why would you continue voting for these people when clearly they have done nothing but pacify you? Tina, Sheldon Daniels, yes, yes, yes. Linda, I'm good, sweetheart. Okay, so look into ActBlue. Once the money dries up, that will have to depend on the people, and she has to raise money from the people. Yes, Linda, Linda. Honeybee, how you doing, love? Isaiah, yes, Isaiah, how you doing, dear? That's okay, Florian. Be safe driving, dear. We know you're here and you can't text. That's okay. But tell me your thoughts. How you doing, Robert? Oh, no, she's an actual girl, Robert, as far as we know. All right. So, um again, all she does is yell and scream. And Honeybee, I don't think you were here. I'll drop the links for my prior videos on Jasmine Crockett. She's simply doing what her Democratic slave masters have instructed her to do. She's a puppet. That's all. Political theater. She puts on a show. She laughs. Um, Honeybee, if you don't know her history, I put it up. I can put it up again for you. She's trying to be a gangster. She's rapping. She's trying to talk like people in the quote unquote hood would talk. Yet she has a BS degree, law license, juris doctorate, elementary, middle, high school. She went to private school. How you doing, Monique? So stop it. Don't they realize in this day and age of the internet, and with less and less people watching the legacy media, you can't continue to lie and deceive people. It's easier to get out. Why do you think the Democrats wanted to censor people like myself, other people here on YouTube, content creators? Because more people were coming here and to other forms of social media, all right, to get the truth. They knew they weren't, and especially after the election, people are like, we're done with that. So all she is full of is lies and deception. Um, and she keeps saying, "Hey, I'm just like you." No, you're not. um, and I don't have two sets of languages. That when I speak, like the way you hear me speaking here, that's how you hear me speaking at the school, with family, with friends. I don't get with a certain group of people. Hey, sister, I don't. That you're a phony. And again, everyone who's in her district, you know what she's about. She defends illegal immigration, unaliving of children, how can men in women's bathrooms and sports. So just let the Democrats continue. Um, they still are not reading the room, which is fine. Let them continue. Um, and to see her speaking in such a hood, trashy way. And then, because I think I've done 2 or 3 prior videos, and then you hear her speaking proper. It's Kamala Harris all over again. Just another Democratic scam. Tell me what your thoughts are, folks, on people like a comedian. Okay, I'll sing my song like I did with Kamala. Come, chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Culture Club. Yes, she's a chameleon, folks. Sound familiar? It should. This is all, and I think the Oscars were what, a few weeks ago. Give her an Oscar. Kudos. She's an actress, right? Honeybee. Yes, the internet's undefeated. I hope you're one of those who contributed to getting Jasmine Crocke. Robert, I'm trying to get the content out. And there are many other content creators who are seeing right through her. You know, I share some of them here. Pink Book Lessons, Gospel Chops. We're all working. Now we're working individually, but I want to say it's in unison because we're all trying to expose this fraud. And look, we were pretty successful exposing Skamala. So we can do this again if we get the word out. How you doing, Ruby? Jasmine Ratchet received her Soros check. Let the sideshow begin. Ruby, would you please behave, ma'am? Ruby just joined the chat. How are you, love? And so I have some video clips to share with you from a new young lady I just found, and I really enjoy her content. And she's saying the same thing. Tiffany said Jasmine Crockett and Tiffany Henry could be sisters. Yes. So, when have you heard? Now, I'll wait. Type it in the comment section. When have any of you heard Jasmine Crockett say, hey, I want to do this for the people in her district, for Americans? I'll wait. And again, those of you just entering the chat, this is why the Democrats lost and why they will continue to lose. And again, I wish we could have them up on charges of treason for everything that they've done to the American people. All right. So let me go ahead and get this first video ready for you. Hit that like button. Please share this. Where are we here? I'll share this one first. Okay. Share this on your various forms of social media. And this is new young lady that I found, and she is just like me. She has like 100,000 subscribers. I don't have that many, but she's out talking to the people. And this young lady that you see on the screen, Robert, I will ask. I hope I can get him on. I will ask him. She is actually someone who lives in Jasmine Crockett's district. So she's, again, we don't have to find people to come on and make up stories. This is someone who's actually dealing with this. And again, people aren't stupid. People can see the only thing you're trying to do is support the Democratic agenda. You're doing nothing for your constituents. And so this young lady right here, I want you to listen to what she says. Robert, Jasmine Crockett doesn't speak on me what $5,000 can do for regular citizens. Right. They are elitist. All right. And they're always saying it's the Republicans who are the elitists. It's them. They're projecting. All right. It will happen. God is opening eyes. Linda, yes. So listen to this young lady. I was just like, yes. And so here we go.
Peace and peace, you guys. Welcome back to the Standard of Truth podcast.
And this young lady that's talking now, it's the Standard of Truth podcast. And I did share her link in the description box up under my video. But yeah, she's talking the language that we all love.
I'm still here at the AmeriFest 2024. I have run into my sister from another mister. This is AJ from the Dallas County Republican Party. And we were just sitting here chopping it up, talking about old times as if we've known each other since Jesus was an infant. And I just learned, AJ, that your congresswoman is Jasmine Crockett. And so in light of discovering that useful piece of information, tell me, one, what is it like living in her district? Would you say that Jasmine Crockett is doing a really good job representing your constituency? What are some of the problems that you see under her leadership?
It's very rough. Jasmine Crocke, she is somebody that I kind of see as a person that she's just you know, she's in Congress. She just wants her moment. You know, social media type of guru, social media star. That's her. I think that she's using Congress as a platform for her to become famous.
Sound familiar, anyone? Have we done other videos on people who shall remain nameless, who are basically trying to get their 5 minutes of fame? They're making rap videos. They're doing all of these things except what they're supposed to be doing for the constituents who actually put them in office. Type it in the comment section. Yes, Mayor Tiff, super mayor. That's okay. There you go.
In a social media type of personification.
So you don't think that she actually takes her role as Congresswoman serious, or it's more of a moment to shine? Because I get it. Politics at one point, we didn't have social media as a component. You were just an elected official. You were doing your job in D.C.
All right. Tell me in the comment section what you think as I get rid of this yucky commercial. All right. Yeah, this is how you doing, Larry? All right, here we go.
Then you come back to your district. There was really no way for you to build a platform off of this, but you're saying from what you've noticed that you've seen a lot of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the vibe that she sends off. There's really no accountability, no transparency. I think.
Sound familiar? Listen to this young lady. She lives in the district. No accountability, no transparency. Thank God Doge is exposing where billions and billions and billions of American taxpayer dollars have been spent wastefully. Trish, how are you doing, love? Bertha, how are you? All right. This young lady she's hitting the nail on the head. She's saying what we have been talking about. I love it.
I think that she just wants to capitalize off of being a race baiter, a race hustler.
Didn't we say yesterday, if you were not here, the female version of Al Sharpton? She's there to be a race baiter, a race hustler. She's there telling her people in her district, you can't make it because of white supremacy, right? And racism, instead of telling these people the truth, right? That's, hey, poverty pimping.
Right.
She knows how to compel the people of South Dallas specifically to make them feel as if she is with them.
Right.
But really, it's just a means for her to maintain her power in office. She's using race and race baiting as a kind of as a vehicle.
Does this sound, I hate to keep stopping it, but we have been talking about this on this channel for what, maybe 2 years? The race baiting, the gender, the identity politics, and that has destroyed this country. And again, we did several videos. I'll probably do some more in the future on the super mayor, because we know her story is continuing to unwind and unfold with all the FBI investigations and things of that nature. So again, it's the same thing. It's from the Democratic playbook. Thank you so much, Butterfly, for the fair use copyright disclaimer. Tina, politicians are supposed to work and represent the people with respect. Yes, Tina, but the Democrats, they get these seats and they don't lead, and then they don't do anything for their constituents either. Get these people out. Give Sheldon Daniels a chance. And he actually has, from what I watched several videos last night, he actually does have a chance. So people are waking up, and I love it. Race baiting is most of the Democrat. Tina, you have to race bait when you have nothing else. You don't have substance. You don't have policy. So what do? You race bait. Boom. Tina, you're absolutely right. Texas, y'all got to do better. Al Green and Jazz. Ruby, thank you. Al Green needs to go to Shady Pines. Jasmine needs to go ahead and start her a podcast or some type of reality TV show, because it appears to me, with all of her antics, that is what she actually wants, not to represent her constituents. All right, and that from Dallas. Okay, here we go.
Right, to appear as if she's for the people, but she's really about herself. She's really about, making a name for herself.
Right.
And honestly, we need better representation. South Dallas it's an area that being affiliated with the Dallas County Republican Party. So we just newly elected Lieutenant Colonel Allen West. He took office back in June, and before then there wasn't really any representation from the Republican Party in the South Dallas area. Well, all of that is about to change.
Did you hear that, folks? So change is happening. It's slow, but they went from having no Republican representation to having. So you see how things are, the tide is slowly turning. Laurie, okay, great. And so Sheldon actually has a legitimate chance, and I love it. Here we go.
Wow. It's a new sheriff in town, and we already had our first Republican event in the South Dallas area. We're going to continue to do that. And we are just going to, number one, we're going to.
All right, let me get rid of this commercial. So tell me, I'm trying to keep up with your comments in the comment section. Tell me what your thoughts are, folks. I think this is great, and the people will see that they will be better for it. All right, let me get rid of this.
Show up, because that's what hasn't happened. And so a lot of times you have people that are in the South Dallas community and are within CD District 30, which is the district, right? They're looking for hope, right? But unfortunately, we're not getting it. We have a lot of people that have been in office. Our county commissioner, John Wally Price. If you're from the Dallas area, you know that name very well. He's kind of like the Al Sharpton of Dallas, if you will. He's been in office for 38 years. I mean,
did you hear that, folks? So the Democrats have these plants. This guy she just mentioned, been in office for 38 years. I'm sure he's the spitting image of, what's his face down there in South Carolina, Clyburn, telling people they can't make it because of white supremacy and racism. Go down there to South Carolina. Clyburn and his family are doing very well as they keep other people down. So people are waking up. It is a new day, and I love it. Absolutely.
I mean, I remember hearing the name John Wally Price when I was in elementary school. So, these are people that are just really, I think, using the Black community. And enough is enough. It's time to bring the message of hope, liberty, freedom.
Functioning in your freedom.
Absolutely. And actually in prosperity. Because for so long, the Democratic Party has put on this persona like they are for the people and we are for the working class. But if you look at all of the Democratic cities, they're ran by Democrats. They all
have the same things in common. You've got subjugation, oppression, poverty, lack of educational opportunities. One thing I was hoping you would touch base on just a little bit in your experience with the Republican Party, school choice is one of those main things that I believe the Black community can use to lift itself up out of poverty versus a new government program that's going to do it. Do you guys have any sort of initiative in place for that with the Dallas County GOP bringing the idea of school choice to the forefront, or is that something that you guys have already worked on and you're starting to see measurable gains in that area?
All right. So Ruby said that has always been my issue with the Republican Party. They do a very poor job reaching out to their constituents of color. Many people are ready for change. And Ruby, I have mentioned that. You're absolutely right. That's the truth bomb. And sometimes there's some states they don't even go to, right? They're like, well, we know we're not going to win here or there. And so they just exclude it totally. But like you said, the time is ripe. Whether you like Trump or hate Trump, look at the amount of Black Americans that he was able to pull over to the Republican Party. Trump kicked open the door. Now the Republicans don't have an excuse. So I agree, Ruby. The conservatives, if they don't take this chance to reach out to their constituents, okay, and to people in their, whatever they're running for, people in the states, even local elections, you need to go to communities of color. You don't know, like I said, you don't know how people are feeling. And there are a lot of people that feel like I do, that feel like these young ladies feel. Because they're sick, they know right from wrong. And Ruby, yes, someone needs to let them know. Joseph, how you doing, love? I want the ghetto fabulous goons, Jasmine Crockett and Al Green, to go away. We can only hope 90 counties went from being blue to turning red during our presidential election. Now across this country, just fixing, let's see, to be a lot more red. Yes, Tina, how you doing? The Arena Uncensored. Exactly. So the time is ripe. Whether you agree with Trump or not, look at all the people of color. He was able to pull Black and, other Hispanic. He made large gains. So if they don't reach out, hey, that's their fault. Okay, because now is the time, before the midterms, they need to get out, hit the roads, beat the streets, get out and start talking to people.
So honestly, to speak to school choice, because I'm very involved, not only in the county level, but also the state level. I go down to Austin, I'm there. We have a whole situation with the speaker race. That's for another story. So there's a lot of controversy in Texas with the whole idea of school choice.
Really?
So, yeah. Some people feel like as long as there's no strings attached, because a lot of times, there's things that the government will put into place,
right,
that they'll package it up and make it sound good,
right,
but there's a lot of strings attached. So I'm for whatever is going to.
I'm building my style.
Get rid of this, I think, and that's pretty much the end of that. Let me see. Well, I'll let you listen to the rest of it here.
Their rights, right, parental rights in education. I'm actually very involved in education. I ran for state board of education, right, but also, parental rights. The CRT, that's got to go.
Got to go.
The gender ideology, all of that needs to go. And so parents need to have a say in their children's education. And yes, and I think that the money should follow the child.
Right.
So I'm for a program that is not where the government isn't going to be deceptive and to get in the way.
So it sounds more like what you're saying is more of an educational freedom versus school choice. And so as a homeschool mom, you're one of the first people when I bring up school choice to bring up the idea that we're all for educational freedom. We just don't want the government being overly intrusive in our choices. So in order for me to get my own tax dollars back, I don't want to have to report to the government, answer to the government. I am not sharing custody of my child with the government. So it sounds like you and I are on the same wavelength when it comes to educational freedom.
Yes.
So what should we expect from Dallas County in terms of possibly, maybe running a candidate against Jasmine Crocke, right? The queen of ratchetang from the great state.
You hear what they call her, Jasmine Crocke, the queen of ratchet. So she's making all kinds of names for herself. Linda said she's working in PA with school choice. That's what we all need to work on. Save the children. Yes. Americans have had enough of these Democrats. Yes. Butterfly Nest. This lady speaking is from the Standard of Truth podcast, and I love it. We need to start at the state level. Yes, Linda. Yes. Hit that like button, please, folks. Here we go.
of Texas. I would love to see an up and coming rising, and they don't have to be a Black American, right? You know, we're not ethnically narcissistic. We don't need to see people that look like us to understand that they represent our values. But you don't have to spill the beans. You can just tell us a little bit about what the GOP plans to do in Dallas County to possibly unseat such an unsavory individual.
So basically,
I hope you heard what she called her. She called her an unsavory individual, which is actually what she is. And how you know, that's just awful. How dare she attack another Black woman? So again, folks, as you can see, more and more people are like, we don't give a care what color you are. It's either there's good or there's evil. Take a pick. How you doing, Dr. Donald Small? Yes, I know about Clyburn. He's in my district of South Carolina. He's all talk and no show. I don't vote for him at all. Dr. Donald, you are very intelligent. Yes. Robert, since Jasmine Crockett is rooting for other countries, yeah, she's rooting for Mexico and Canada again. That's the Democratic mantra. They're not going to do any. She's not rooting for anything American. Why the heck would I vote for her? No way. Oh boy, here we go.
Dallas County Republican Party, it's been quite irrelevant for the past couple of years. So having Lieutenant Colonel Allen West in this position, so one of the jobs of a chairman for a party is to recruit candidates.
Right.
Before Lieutenant Colonel was in that position, we had 75% of Republicans were not running for office. Really? So 75% of our elections in Dallas County went unopposed.
Okay.
So that's about to change. As a matter of fact, so while we are working on CD30, that's coming up in about 2 years. We have an election that's coming up in May, which is a city council race. So we're already working on recruiting candidates for school board, for city council. We've got 14 districts, and we are actively at the headquarters recruiting candidates. So we are going to make sure that there is a conservative Republican in those seats.
Listen, I love the way this sister talks. Thank you so much, AJ, for spending this time with me to introduce my audience to the Dallas County Republican Party.
Absolutely.
Until next time, you guys.
All right, so I really enjoyed that. And notice she said they went from having no Republican representation. So people are waking up, folks, and I absolutely love this. And notice what else she said. They don't have to be someone Black. So we're looking at their policies and their, you know, what are they standing on? How do their morals align with mine? So people are waking up. They're sick of the status quo. Ruby said, Uncle Jim Clyburn throws a mean fish fry and electric slide. Hey, Ruby, that fish fry didn't work this time. And I always tell people I can feed myself. And so he can go on. He needs to go to Shady Pines as well. Get those people out of here. Those bootlicks, they've been selling their own people down the river 40, 50, 60 years. Get them out. Get them out. Like I said, we need to be ready and preparing for the 2026 midterms. And it's all about exposing people. And that's what we're doing. How you doing, Harry? Jasmine playing herself. She's not presenting herself in a negative light. She kind of is, Harry. She's trying to be something that she's not. She's trying to act like she's a gangster from the hood, but her background says otherwise. So she's playing a part that her Democratic slave masters have told her to play. And again, she's only talking about what the Democrats have sanctioned her to say. So is she going to talk about her constituents and some needs that they have? You just heard that young lady. She's doing nothing for people in her district. Newsflash. When Democrats give, what do we say? They put Black faces in high places. They don't put you there to help people. That's not the purpose. They put you there so you can pull in that Black vote and conduct their agenda. People don't we those of us on this channel, we know. They put black because that's the first thing I always hear Democrats say. But at least they give black people high positions. Get out of here. Get out of here. Where are we? Tina said Dallas is turning. Yes, Tina, it's happening. It is. Linda, most of the reasons we miss the voting in our states is because the Democrats put it out and the Republicans aren't sincere and don't let the public know when the seats are coming up for votes. Okay. Joseph, they were saying years ago, defund the police. I say defund the Democratic Party. Joseph, you got that right. Leave the police alone. Defund the Democratic Party, which is happening every day thanks to Doge. Another truth bomb. She's trying to become the leader. Mayor, that's who they're pushing out after this shellacking that they took this past election cycle. She's the new clown that they're using, the new black Bole, the new gatekeeper. They think they're using her to try and pull in all of the black Americans that they lost. And it's not going to work because she's fake. And so, like I said, I was in another chat and there was a guy, he said he had done, I think, 22 years in jail. And you know, people who've been in jail, if you come to them fake and phony, they see right through you. And this guy, he was typing in the comment section. He was like, yeah. And most people that have two working eyeballs can see she's a fake. She's a phony. She's only there. Jasmine Crockett is only there. Don't get it twisted, folks, to conduct the Democratic agenda. And it has nothing to do with helping Americans in her district. All right. I have another clip for you. All right. I hope that you are enjoying the content. If you are, please, please, please. Where are we here? Okay. Hit that like button, folks. All right. So, and as I said, social media. This is why I was telling you, because some people are like, oh, we don't know if this guy Sheldon can win or if he has a chance. Social media, I know a lot of it's bad. Thank you, Linda. But some of it is, I'm telling you, is very informative. So let's see what people are saying about Jasmine Crockett. And now, again, I think the video I did Thursday or Friday, I don't remember which day, she was like, oh, they couldn't find anything bad on me. So now they're saying all of these things. Oh, that I went to a private school and da-da-da-da-da-da. I was like, okay, lady, get your life together. Here we go.
Jasmine Crockett, looks like you're in some deep, deep troubles as Sheldon Daniels has come online and reported that you have taken political contributions from an elderly couple who are retired in the sum of $16,000. And Sheldon took it a step further and went to their house to confirm if they knew that they made these political contributions to Jasmine's campaign. In turn, his wife, who answered the door, said she knew nothing about them ever paying anything to her campaign. And when Sheldon asked to speak with her husband, he was out of town on his way to Colorado. So he left the paperwork with them to show them the receipts and went on about his day. But something is fishy. I smell a fish fry for sure. Maybe that's why Jasmine thinks it's necessary to Kendrick Lamar herself down the hall of the Congress with her tongue sticking out. Maybe it's all a play and a distraction from the fraudulent stuff that she's really involved in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, you know, how many of you were aware of this incident? How many of you knew about this incident? So if you could hear it, if you could not hear it, let me know. I'll play it again. I'll put the closed captioning on. Linda, so happy to see this Act Blue is their honey pot to get rich. Trish, Ruby, Robert, Linda, Mayor, What are your thoughts? Joseph, Harry, Tina, Butterfly, were you aware of this situation? Ruby was aware of it. I know some of you said you work all the time and you're not able to keep up. Ruby was aware of it. How many other people were actually aware that this had taken place? So how did she get there? Okay, Monique was, Joseph was not, Trish was not. Okay, Bertha knew. Okay. How did she get $16,000 from a retired couple and they have no clue? How did she finesse them out of $16,000? Linda, you knew? Okay. So, and this guy, oh, I love him. Sheldon Daniels went to their home. He didn't send someone. He went to this old couple's home to get the information. Bach, you were not aware. Okay, let me continue. So as everything comes out on these people, let exposure continue to happen. I told you, every time I find out something, I'm going to share it with you. Putting Jasmine Crockett out there to represent the party is a bad move. Butterfly, you weren't. Okay, let's continue.
So hopefully you guys were able to hear that. I had to edit that video and increase the volume on it because it was really, really low. So hopefully, hopefully you guys were able to hear that. And so this was the TikTok that got me to think, and I'm like, wait a minute, what do you mean a $16,000 campaign contribution from a retired couple that don't know nothing about it? Now, the other day I did a video on Act Blue and how there have been a lot of issues with Act Blue, which is the payment processing fundraising arm of the Democrat Party, where there have been a lot of people, particularly older, elderly ones who are either not paying attention or are retired, where there have been these small dollar amounts in multiple frequencies given to certain politicians in these people's names, and the people are unaware. They're like, I never gave.
Do you have old pictures on your?
What are your thoughts, folks? Now, if you remember, if you've been here for a while, once the election was over, how many of you remember me telling you about hold on. How many of you remember me telling you about the Democratic Party, DNC? They were still debiting money out of people's accounts. So they're involved in all kinds of crookery. I like April. She is very good. Yes, Bertha. Yes, she's thorough. And so how are they finessing all of this money? And I want to know how they were able to do this and the people not know. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. Debbie, how are you? Welcome, love. Hit the like button, folks. Here we go.
In the video that I did the other day, there was this woman. She was like, well, I am a Democrat and I'm pro Kamala. And I didn't give that money, but I'm not trying to help Trump. So, she didn't care either way. Like I said, these people ain't got no principles. So we really wouldn't expect her to feel some sort of kind of way. When you are wicked and you are trained in wickedness, you don't even care that wickedness is being done on your behalf because you're wicked, right? So, that was uneventful. But what I'm noticing is that this is a trend and a pattern with the vast majority of these George Soros-backed politicians. And so I find it interesting that Jasmine has a lot of smoke and a lot of bravado for Elon Musk, saying Elon Musk steals and $5,000 and what is that going to do? That's not going to hardly do anything. She is very much trying to put up a smoke screen. She's trying to put up a smoke screen so that no one is really paying attention to, one, how is your net worth what it is? Two, where is your money coming from? Why are you actually advocating for policies that are bad for your community, such as open borders, right? That is like, why are you like so? She's a member of the Equality Caucus, which is the LGBT caucus. So she's Congressional Black Caucus and Equality Caucus. But
did you hear that, folks? She's a part of the Equality Caucus and the Congressional Black Caucus. someone please reach out to Trump. Call him, text him, send him an email, tell him to get rid of all of these caucuses. What a joke. And I remember I told you her net worth is what, $8 or $9 million? Really? So she keeps talking about Elon Musk, talking about Trump and what a crook he is, and he's a felon. What does she not see what's happening to all of these people who attacked Trump? They're trying to stay out of jail now. They're fighting for their freedom, basically. And she's going down the same road. And if any of these people, including Alvin Bragg, don't come crying to me, oh, racism, we told you he was racist. That's your stupidity. You should have got on board with Eric Adams. He read the room. He saw the writing on the wall, and he got in line for the most part. So that's on you. Don't come crying a pity party to me. I'm not marching for anyone. You allowed yourself to be used by the Democratic Party, and you allowed the Democratic Party to destroy you, because that's what's going to happen. Tina, yes, they need to start going to jail. Robert, I saw that on another show that Jasmine Crockett took money from us. Yes, but and they don't even, I'm still trying to figure out how that was able to happen. When the lights come on, the rats scream and the cockroaches scatter. Yes, Trish. Jasmine's been in Congress 2 years. Thank you, Trish. Yes, I knew I saw it somewhere. $9 million. Yes, we know that Soros money. Truth bomb. Soros money. President Trump went to jail here in Georgia. I'm ready for these Democrats to start. Yes, the tables are turning. The tide is turning. They are going to jail. They need to do an investigation on Jasmine Crockett on taking $16,000 from that senior. So this guy, Sheldon Daniels, he is on it. I love it. Here we go.
She spends a lot of time advocating for the trans community. And in her words, the trans community, they're not going anywhere. And then she tried to hitch trans rights to civil rights. And I told y'all that was the Trojan horse. We want to, revere these civil rights heroes of yesteryear. But what y'all don't know is that these civil rights heroes were always on the LGBT train. That is not new. And it was like Obama was just the advent of that. That's when it came out the closet. But Bayard Rustin was a sodomite. He was one of the right-hand men of MLK. There were several known homosexuals, Nikki Giovanni, like the LGBTQ community was always hitched to the civil rights struggle. Yeah. It's just back then they couldn't be as outright with it, even though everybody knew that Bayard Rustin, everybody knew all about Bayard Rustin's past. And the reason why the LGBTQ rainbow cult has always been a part of civil rights, but it's just now being discovered by us. We know that to be the case because if you look at the NAACP, they advocate for this type of thing now. I don't know if you guys were aware, but Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, they did a whole documentary on Bayard Rustin. Like, why would they be interested in profiling a homosexual?
If you're
okay, how many of you knew that? She's dropping some truth bombs. How many of you were aware of what she's saying? Oh, wow. Yeah.
Sexual civil rights worker. And when you watch the documentary, they actually celebrate his sodomy and hail him as a hero, that he was a trailblazer. And, it was about the struggle, but it was more about him living his authentic self, right? And I also thought it was interesting. I can't prove this, but I watched that documentary, and I know this doesn't have anything to do with Sheldon. We're going to get to Sheldon in a minute. But in the documentary of Bayard Rustin, there's this character that I believe the person, I don't believe the character is fictional, but the name they gave him in the documentary is fictional. He's a pastor that Bayard Rustin ends up having a thing for. And they end up having this secret relationship, and Bayard is encouraging him to be his authentic self and to live in his truth and to stop suppressing who he really is. And they show this pastor battling this world of being a pastor with a wife and a baby on the way and already having children, with this lure, this pull on his heartstrings to want to be a homosexual and to live in his authentic truth. I thought it was funny that they painted this individual as a pastor, and I can't prove who that pastor is, but I have some thoughts of who it might be based on some context clues and some information that has come out about, some of the sexual proclivities of some of these civil rights leaders. I got a feeling I know who it is, but the way that the documentary frames it, they don't explicitly name this person, but I'll leave that to your imagination. But what I want to do now is I want you guys to hear from Sheldon. I want you to hear from him because he's going to explain. He is going to explain what he discovered, and we're going to walk alongside him as he explains it to us.
Okay, so this is, remember, those of you just coming in, hit the like button. He did not, I have all kinds of respect for this guy. He did not send someone to investigate. He personally went to this older couple's home and asked and questioned them. I have a lot of respect for that. So let's see. So now he's getting ready to tell the whole sordid story. So let's check this out, folks. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this content, folks.
All right, guys. So I'm about to go to Randy Best's house, introduce myself, and just ask them straight up if they contributed to Jasmine's campaign, if they contributed that amount, and why they like her so much, because I might be able to learn a little bit of something while I'm up here. I'm way up here in Collin County. I'm in Plano, Texas, very far from TX30. It's very peculiar that somebody up here would give that much money to a candidate in our district. Maybe they have a special connection to the district. Let's go find out. I'm not going to film them. I'm not going to put any faces or anything on there. I'm just going to have my camera down at the ground. I'm going to be standing in a public area in open air. I'm just, recording what's going on around me. Let's see what happens. All right, here's the house. Here's the house right here. Here we go. How do you do, ma'am?
No soliciting.
I'm not here. I'm not a solicitor. I'm attorney Sheldon Daniels. Okay. Is there a Randy Best who lives here?
That's my husband.
Yeah. I just want to verify. Are you guys aware that you were charged over $16,000 last year? Yeah. I have a list of charges. I'm just here to verify that you guys know about this. $16,240 in political contributions to a candidate named Jasmine Crocke. Do you remember that at all? Does your husband remember that at all?
I don't know. He's on the road on his way to Colorado.
Okay. It says here that he's not employed. Is he employed now?
No, we're retired.
Okay. I can leave this with you if you want. It's got your information on it.
Yeah, you can just leave it on the table.
Yes, ma'am. You mind if I take a picture?
Go ahead.
All right, thank you. Okay, guys, so I just drove by the home of this Randy Best guy. This guy, he's a 73-year-old retiree, unemployed. He and his wife, I guess they just travel around in an RV or something. I don't know. But he's on the road. His wife answered the door. She said that they had no idea what these charges were, and they had no idea that they were charged $16,000, or that they are responsible for $16,000 in political contributions to Jasmine Crockett. Yet she has them listed as political contributors. Now, mind you, I'm way up here in Plano. I'm in a totally different county. I'm in Collin County right now. The only reason why I'm even able to do this is because I practice law all over North Texas and I drive all over. So I know North Texas very well: Collin County, Dallas County, Tarrant County, Denton County, Grayson County. A lot of shady stuff going on with Jasmine Crockett. And I see why she was doing all this, because she's trying to distract from the corruption.
That's right.
I wonder how deep it goes. What
are your thoughts, folks? How you doing, Maurice? Thanks for dropping in, love. We're glad you're here. No problem, Mo. Let me catch up with your comments here. What are your thoughts on this, folks? So, with her hand in the cookie jar, she better stop talking about Trump and the Republicans. So again, when she goes down, don't come crying to me. She needs to go somewhere and hide in a corner. I have much respect for this man. We need more people running for office like Mr. Daniels around this country. Yes. Oh, Mo, you just got in from church. Okay, love, we're glad you're here. Mo, share this live stream out on your Facebook page, love, or Truth Social, on your channel. Share a post, bring some more people into the conversation. Thank you so much, dear. Tammy, I'm so glad he's exposing her. This mess is going to blow up in the Democrats' face. Thank you so much, Mo. Linda, thank you for Who Is This Lawyer? Thank God, bless him. Oh, Linda, right now, if you're doing something wrong, you shouldn't be out here in the forefront. You better go over there and hide in that corner, because you're going to be under investigation. So she keeps saying all these things, and Trump is the worst person ever born, and all these other things. She better go somewhere and be quiet.
Loser.
That's what she is. God bless Mr. Daniels, and may God keep him protected. Yes, I like that. He didn't send someone to go. He went himself. I love that. Thank you so much, Maurice. Appreciate the support, love. Mo, what are your thoughts on Jasmine Crockett? Because I know we have the same political views. What do you think about her and the way she doesn't do anything for the constituents in her district? How she only tries to conduct the Democratic agenda while ignoring the people who voted her in office? Please tell me how you feel about that, love, and I'll start this up again. Oh my God, I love this.
DanielForUs.com. You guys, I'm thoroughly excited to interview Mr. Daniels. He is a father. He is a veteran. He is a lawyer. He's a well-accomplished, masculine, exceptional man. And the reason why I'm stressing that is because I firmly believe that one way to kind of turn the tide in our culture, and a lot of you may not like this, and that's okay. You'll be fine. I do believe we've got too much matriarchal squalor. And when I say matriarchal squalor, it's going to lead into the next segment that I'm going to discuss on feminism. We've allowed too much of the matriarchy to grab the reins and to be in charge. And what we have found is that it has not just led our communities astray, it has led our nation astray. Matriarchal squalor is this term that I use to describe a whole lot of estrogen feminine leadership that unfortunately is full of emotion, low on positive results, and it's absent of any sort of male leadership or headship.
Yep.
And so because everything is so out of order and it's such a heavy imbalance, we are finding that our homes are a mess, which in turn causes our communities to be a mess, which in turn just causes the culture to go in a direction that is less than favorable. And so to have a man desire to serve in this capacity and to run against Jasmine Crockett in an effort to unseat her, I believe this is a wonderful time for us to experience something like this, because there are a lot of individuals in the culture that agree with me that Jasmine is not a good representation to send to Capitol Hill. She is just, we can focus on her policies. And when we overwhelmingly look at the policies that she supports,
that's right.
Like most Black women, they are very far left progressive.
Yep.
And far left progressivism is not good for the Black community. It's not good for human flourishing. And overall, it's just not good for the country.
Yep.
It is the policies for me, the wholesale womb assassination, the support of.
I repurchased this panty again.
All right, let me get rid of this. What are your thoughts, folks? All right, here we go. I love this.
LGBTQ rights over and above. Like, homosexuals do not have rights that no one else has. It is the special rights that they are advocating for that I believe has created a very unhealthy obsession with sexual perversion. I don't need to know who you sleep with. I don't need to know who you're attracted to, right? But for some reason, the left is obsessed with this, and it's because the people that fund their campaigns are nasty and perverted, and they're demonic and they're wicked. And so when you're demonic and you're wicked, you're not interested in promoting family values. You don't want to see a masculine, exceptional man who's married, who's been serving his community and serving his country. He is the enemy. Behind the Anglo-Saxon white man, it is the heterosexual Black male that is the threat. That's who they want to take out. And I'm so grateful for the heterosexual Black man because overwhelmingly, they led the charge in the Black community to not install and not vote for Kamala Harris.
That's facts, folks. Ruby, April Chapman has good information, but she's as long-winded as a Pentecostal preacher. Ruby, that's a lot of wind. Shadow Seeker. Democrats jumped down a slippery slope at some point, and it's leading them to the fiery abyss below. Shadow Seeker, yes. They're just going down, down, down. That's one of my favorite Bruce Springsteen songs. I'm going down, 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 down. I'm going down, down, down. All right. Chubbs, Dems are in quicksand, so instead of crapping Trump's safety line, they refuse and keep sinking on down. That's what I said, Robert. Here we go.
Because it wasn't good for the country. And sadly, many of them had to do it despite opposition. They took the arrows from all of the angry Black women that don't know which way is up. Vote against their own interests. A lot of these men had to say, I got to save her from herself because she's too stupid to know better. So I have to do this. Those same men saved us in Georgia from Stacey Abrams.
Oh.
They helped us shift the tide so that we didn't have to live under that matriarchal miscreant. And so I wanted to talk about these donations.
Yes, Mayor, that's what I said. Let it go back to being why people feel they have to put everything out. Everyone needs to know everything about them. I don't care who you're dating. I don't care about any of that. That's private. I don't care. How you doing, Jill's Comfort Zone? Hit the like button for me. Jubilation, lock her up. Yeah, so look at all these people, the matriarchs that the Democratic Party said, hey, you're up here, you run the party, it's about you. They're all trying to fight. They're all under investigation, trying to stay out of jail. Yes, I love it. Chubb said Crockett wanna be ghetto, just too dumb to be quiet. Chubbs, that's truth. You're right. Here we go, folks.
Of $16,000 from this elderly couple that we're struggling to substantiate. Now, at the time of this video, as far as I know, the couple that was implicated in giving this money, so far, the wife is like, I don't know nothing about that. My husband is traveling on business, but if you would leave this document, I will share it and show it to him. Now, she seemed like she was unaware, right? And then two, if she knew about it or even knew who Jasmine Crockett was, she'd have been like, well, yes, I know Jasmine, right? And she's a friend of the family, or we support her campaign, even though we live way out here in Plano, Texas. Sheldon is doing the Lord's work right now by not just explaining or showing us what he can offer, but by showing and shining the light on the corruption that is a part of Jasmine's platform. I think it's a good.
Hey guys, I'll be this quick.
Let me get rid of this. Hopefully this will be the last one. All right, here we go.
That we have a man running, because I no shade, I don't want to see another woman going against Jasmine Crockett. I don't. Women, we are capable of doing a lot of things, but right now this is an hour that a man is needed. We need a man in charge. Like, sometimes when daddy's been gone too long and the house is a wreck and a chaos, you just need him to come in and be like, all right, I'm here, let's set things into order. And so I believe that the future of this country is going to depend upon men stepping back into their rightful place.
That's true. And
not only stepping back into their rightful place at the heads of their families, but once they do that, I do believe the culture will start to shift, because right now, the matriarchal squalor that we're living under, as much as we might be like, well, my mama raised me by herself and I turned all right. Okay, well, that might be you, but the culture is saying different. Our community is overwhelmingly in the condition that it's in because of father absence. We have a lot of broken homes and disjointed families. And when you have disjointed families where the children, the vast majority, are raised by the mama, it's some deficiencies, and we're starting to see those deficiencies. And so tomorrow at 12 noon, I will be interviewing candidate Sheldon Daniels. He's going to tell you all about him and his vision for the 30th Congressional District. He wants to go to Washington to represent those constituents.
So that's pretty much all. Ruby said, the average retiree does not have $16,000 to give away. This is absurd at face value. I want to know how they were able to finesse that money away. Lucius, how are you? Okay, so a lot of you already know Miss April Chapman. So yeah, the Standard of Truth podcast, she interviewed Sheldon Daniels. I'll reach out and see if I can get an interview. When you guys say, hey, can you do da-da-da-da-da? I always reach out. Now, whether I hear from them, that's another thing. Because, I know people are busy. But I do at least try. And so I will send them an email or something. All right. I have it here. Sheldon Daniels, contact me. All right. Yeah. Okay, so I have his info. I'm looking it up now. And I will definitely reach out. I could call tomorrow. Wow. See if he can give me maybe 20 minutes. Sergeant, how you doing? And I know everyone's busy, but I'm going to let him know that the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel is working in unison, yet individually, with other content creators. Thank you so much, Ruby, to get the word out that he is the candidate. He's the right candidate for the job. And yes, I know I don't live in Texas, and many of you don't live in Texas, but we're so sick of this ghetto ratchet show that the Democrats have on display. And let me pull this up. I'll show you. I just went to his webpage. So let me take this down. And I shared in the description box, I did share the links that I used. All right. And he's Army veteran, criminal defense attorney since 2014. Okay. So this is his page, SheldonDaniels.com. Okay. So I think this is great. Maybe I'll give his office a call tomorrow. So I'm on his webpage. All right. Okay, accept. All right. Topeka, what part of Texas? Dallas. That's the district. Dallas 30, I think. Shadow seeker. So like Soros and others that have reached their max, donations are covering by giving false names, etc. It's been stated on the Benny Show. Yes, Shadow seeker, you're absolutely right. It isn't them donating. It is the Democrats using identities, if disabled, and Social Security through Act Blue and falsely using their identities. Okay, Shadow Seekers explaining some things to us. Okay. Chubbs. In history, we had one Crockett that gave his life at the Alamo, and in history, we have another Crockett who hates America. Chubbs. Facts. All right. So yeah, I'll give it a try tomorrow. Let's spread the word. I'm on board. If you're on board, type a 1 in the comment section, folks. All right. This is great. I'll see. Yeah, I'll do the content. Let's see. Is it? Let me see. And I don't want a consultation, but I can call. I can do that. All right. Tell me what your thoughts are, folks. Okay, so I will reach out. Right, Linda? They use dead people too. We know how they operate. Okay, I can fill this out too. Business. I can fill this out, and then I can also call. All right. Okay, I can do the CJ Parks. How you doing, love? Hit the like button. How you doing, Julian F? All right. I'll reach out, and as a matter of fact, when I end this live, I'll go ahead and fill this information out. And I'll ask him if he can give us 20, 25 minutes at the most where we can just talk about the 2026 midterms. And I'll see what he says. If he says, yeah, and he gives me a date and time, I will definitely get back with you. And I'll share that information with you. Hit the like button for me, folks. All right. So that's pretty much all I have. Like I said, I'll fill this out. All right. And we'll be good to go. Did you ever listen to Acts Truth? Okay. All right. You know what's next. I can stop sharing this. Here we go. All right. So, as Jasmine Crockett continues her ghetto ratchet performance, all we're going to do is expose her on on this channel and so many others. I'm so proud of the other content creators who are helping me to expose her. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you too, Linda. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. I see where Sheldon Down wants to debate. Robert, he did ask to debate Jasmine Crotchet. That's what I should call her. That's what the Standard of Truth podcast was calling her. So anyway, I will see. He did ask for a debate. I do not know if she has responded. All right, so we'll see how that goes. Thank you, Donovan. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hit the like button, folks. 2 more and we'll be at 70 likes. People don't realize it helps so much when you hit the like button, when you leave comments up under the videos. That's what YouTube likes to see, engagement. So, hey, even when I end the live, leave some comments. Most of you who have left comments, you know I always respond. Linda, love the new name. Makes me laugh. I needed that. Oh, okay. Yes, Linda. This is all I have for her sister girl, fake, fraudulent, ghetto, ratchet persona. We passed. It was heartbroken. Topeka. I don't know what Topeka's trying to tell me. All right, so we're going to go. I will be live. I don't know, Monday, Tuesday. We'll see. Whatever, if something's going on, or if I get in contact with Right Sergeant, she's too busy on the Failing Breakfast Club. Oh my God. You have to have no brain cells to watch that show. Jesus. Linda, yes, you can type in Roland's Reviews on Facebook. Yes, you'll see my page, love. Yes, Linda, you can go. As a matter of fact, we're live streaming on YouTube and Facebook. So yes. Thank you so much, Chubbs. I hope all of you enjoyed this. And I can't do this without you. With you, I'm not shy. Show the way I feel. For you are a magnet, and I am steel. For you are a magnet, and I am steel. Ooh. Hope you like that. Again, I can't do this without you. I need you to help me get the word out. So I'll be live. I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know which day. Just depends on what's going on. I hope that everyone has a safe, productive work week. I hope to have one as well. God bless America. Yes, Linda. God bless America. So all of you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'm going straight to the comment section to talk to you now, and I'll stay there and talk to you as long as you're there. It is much appreciated that you spend your very valuable time here at the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. And I don't take it for granted, because you could be anywhere, but you decide to come here, and I love it. And I love you. And I'll see you.